Okay, guys, so Joe Beasy, Joe Biden already got himself in trouble with his big mouth. First, I want you guys to hit the like button, subscribe. Also, take a moment to share these videos when you get a chance on your social media. I know you guys been saying, oh, when I share your videos, I get banned from Facebook and yada, yada, yada. That was during the election. See, the election's over. The liberals got what they wanted. They've loosened up a little bit. Trust me, I'm on social media. They've loosened up a little bit. They were being very restrictive and blocking people and banning people who had alternative or had different views than them because they wanted to, get the election under control. They wanted only one. They wanted to, block out opposing viewpoints. Now that they've gotten their guy in the White House, it's a little bit easier for people with opposing viewpoints to navigate social media. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. So you guys take a moment to share these videos when you get a chance. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Super Chat. Comment. Get in that comment section. Let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. I don't know everything. But one thing I do know is that Joe Beasy done put his foot in his mouth. And now Joe Beasy protege and just somebody he really had high hopes for, a person of color, TJ Ducklow, an assistant to the Speaker of the House. He was in hot water because he threatened a female reporter, threatened to destroy her because she asked a question that he didn't like. You didn't hear about it in the media. I know you didn't hear about it. It's only a story on social media. The mainstream media is not covering the fact that, yes, someone who represents the White House threatened to destroy a female reporter because she asked a question he didn't like. And guys, you're not going to believe this. This is all over. TJ Ducklow, his relationship with this swirling sister, Alexi McCammond. She's a reporter for Axios, and she started covering the Biden campaign sometime last year. During that time, the sister caught feelings for my boy TJ, and they started dating. So because she's a reporter and he works in the White House and they're dating, that became some kind of issue of conflict of interest. So she asked to be reassigned. This white chick, Tara Palmieri, she was going to write a story about it. And when word got back to TJ Ducklow that he was going to be outed for dating this reporter, this sister, this soul sister, once it became apparent that he was going to be outed for dating this soul sister, he contacted the reporter, Tara Palmieri, and threatened her and said he's going to ruin her life, destroy her life. And of course, she ratted him out, which I'm happy because he's a liberal, and it ain't snitching if you snitch on a liberal. I don't mind snitching if you snitching on a liberal. So he lost his job messing around with a sister. this, and they're gonna want to say he's a person of color because I don't know what he is, but he looked like a white guy to me. But whatever. This white guy, we'll just call him a white person of color. This white person of color done got canned messing around with a sister. Now, Joe Beasy has to deal with this. This is something that got to Joe Beasy's desk because people online were like, wait a second, Joe. Remember when you said you're firing people on the spot if they're disrespectful or they talk down to people?
You're engaged in and you're working with the most decent government in the world. And we have to restore the soul of this country, and I'm counting on all of you to be part of that. But I'm not joking when I say this. If you're ever working with me and I hear you treat another colleague with disrespect, talk down to someone, I promise you I will fire you on the spot. On the spot. No ifs, ands, or buts. Everybody is entitled to be treated with decency and dignity. That's been missing in a big way the last 4 years.
And Joe, people called Joe out on that. They were like, wait a second, you said you're firing people on the spot. You made a completely unnecessary, unwarranted speech that nobody was asking for about how you're different than Donald Trump. And, you know, of course, we never had anybody from the Trump administration that was involved with the Speaker of the House or anything like that. Sean Spicer, Sarah Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, none of them ever threatened to destroy a reporter, amongst other things. He said to that T.J. Ducklow said to that woman. Nobody did that from the Trump administration, but a month into your administration, one of your minions, a beloved minion at that, someone you saw going places, someone you saw as a climber, as somebody who was going to one day be somebody, you had to suspend him for a week when you said you were going to fire him. And then the liberal mob online, because the person that T.J. Ducklow threatened was a woman, a protected class, an identity in this game of identity politics. Yeah, just imagine if somebody from the Trump administration, Kayleigh McEnany, Sarah Sanders, Sean Spicer, said they were going to destroy a reporter, a female reporter. 24-hour news cycle, round the clock, experts in, everybody giving their opinion. Van Jones crying, tearing up on set. Angela Rye shaking her head and rolling her eyes and rolling her neck. The worst thing ever. But yeah, so Joe Biden was put in a terrible situation where he had to either keep his word and fire his buddy on the spot, or be a hypocrite like we know he is and give his buddy a 1-week suspension. And Joe Biden did what we thought he was going to do. He gave his buddy a 1-week suspension. But the liberal mob online came to eat him. They came to take a little chomp out of Joe Biden's side. And it seems like they like the taste of blood. It seems like the taste of blood. They done got a taste for blood. And they may not be able to turn that off, Joe. Yeah. So they basically forced Biden's hand. They said, wait a second. You said, and Joe Biden relented and fired the guy, even though it's being put out there that he resigned with great sadness. He resigned, forced to resign, got fired, not on the spot though. So Joe, even when Joe didn't. When Joe tried, he still was a hypocrite because he fired him like a week later. Didn't fire him on the spot. Only fired him after he was reminded of his initial statements. And I give Joe this. Look, he forgot. I believe it. Joe, like, that was one of the big things in the campaign, during the campaign, that got silent somehow. Dementia Joe. But what is going to happen when Joe Biden gotta fire somebody from a protected class, a super protected class, somebody from a super protected class on the spot? But sisters, because of the culture, the dynamic in their culture where it's gynocentric and it's, female led, they just are born with more of a zest and an inclination to read you the riot act, to tell you off, to shade you, to read you, to all that other stuff publicly, to tell you off. That's just in their nature because of the way they're raised and their role. They have a different role in their community than other women have in their community. So they're more upfront with that. And because of that, they be going off on people. And now remember, Joe said on the spot, if you disrespect somebody or talk down to somebody, even if you talk down to them, he's going to fire you on the spot. Now, he's just fired, even though he had to be reminded of his pledge, of his declaration. Even though he had to be reminded, he still fired somebody who he thought like the world of. He thought TJ Ducklo was going to take this step, that step, and then one day and Joe fired him a month into the administration. He's gone. What's going to happen when one of these sisters who helped save, now sisters helped save democracy, they helped save the country, they saved America. So they're going to be expecting some kind of special treatment. They're going to be expecting, since they saved America, I won't say they saved America, but they definitely saved the Democratic Party. I'll give them credit for that. I'm not, going to sit here and just bang on them. They definitely saved the Democratic Party because they were in trouble. Trump, the country, we had the best economy ever. best unemployment, lowest unemployment for black people. Everybody was happy sitting home in quarantine, watching The Last Dance, the award-winning documentary about Michael Jordan. And people had come to grips with quarantine and staying in place orders, and we were just living our lives. Sister said, my son, one of our sons, George Floyd, and they took to the streets with their white liberals and created chaos and painted a picture of America as being just this terrible place, and got to get out the house and got to steal an election with early ballots. Oh yeah, I can't say that. And got to influence an election, swing an election with early ballots. And look, they gonna want something for that. They gonna want some special treatment. Yes, they got a black woman on a $20 bill. Yes, they have a blackish woman, mulatto-ish. She ain't even mulatto-ish. They have a mulatto-ish woman as the vice president. But they're gonna want this thing of being fired on the spot. They're gonna want immunity from that. They're not gonna take kindly when one of them reads somebody to ride at, and here comes Joe popping up like a whack-a-mole, talking about them, you're fired.
But I'm not joking when I say this. If you're ever working with me and I hear you treat another colleague with disrespect, talk down to someone, I promise you I will fire you on the spot. On the spot. No ifs, ands, or buts. Everybody is entitled to be treated with decency and dignity. That's been missing in a big way the last 4 years.
You heard that, sisters? Everybody's entitled to be treated with dignity. Joe's still messing up, man. He's still, whatever drug they gave him to kind of lessen the effects of his onset and dementia, he must not have took him before he made that speech. Because everybody's entitled to be treated with dignity. Now, sister, you got to out there. You could be like, wait a second. See, I didn't even know. I thought, I was confused, Joe. You said entitled to be treated. Technically, that don't make any sense, Joe. Can I get my job back? I mean, I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess you sisters can give it a try. But yeah, Joe not playing, man. And when oh my God. Because you know a sister going to jump out of line. You saw, how many of y'all remember this? The one sister Trump had in his operation. The one. Trump had one sister in his organization, in his administration, Omarosa. And look at all the hell she raised. She raised the hell. Look at all the problems she caused. Joe got about 12, 15, 16 sisters in his 12. He got 20 sisters in his operation. Trump had one. She almost ruined him. Joe gonna have to lay the smack down on one of these sisters. And when he do, oh my God, that's gonna be must-see TV. I'm gonna get my popcorn, man. I'll be sitting there watching that. I'm just gonna be I'll be loving that one. Oh my God, I might have to do a series on that one, man. A 12-part series like my Brianna series. Cause I mean, he gotta do, and we gotta hold his feet to the flames, y'all. Hit one if you vow, take a pledge to not only share these videos, hit the like button when you come in, hit the PayPal, Cash App, and Super Chat when you can, but also to hold Joe's feet to the fire. Whenever these sisters, we gotta watch out. We gotta read all the papers, read all the blogs, and check out what these sisters are saying. Because one of these sisters talk down on somebody, we gotta make sure that Joe keeps his oath to fire him on the spot. Hit one if you're with me, if you'll join me in holding Joe to his declaration. Get in the comment section, like, subscribe, donate. Peace. I'm out.